Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we will discuss on the joint concepts. Okay, so we have an intro use case for this. It's a kind of repeated one. Okay, so whenever they touch on joint concepts, they will bring these type of questions. Okay, so we have to be well prepared on the joints. Okay, so already we discussed on the driving port. Okay, so you can click on the link above. Okay, so you can go through the driving port question. That's like more important. Okay, and on the theory level, that's more important. On the use case level, we have these set of questions. Okay, so today we'll discuss on this one. Okay, so here in this use case, if you if you read through, you'll find two input files. Okay, one with three records, and another is like we have four records going through join. Here we have inner join. Okay, so I didn't mention here. So inner join, and then we have to find out the output records. Okay, how many output records are getting filtered? Like coming out with usage of key and without like with null key. Okay, so we'll find out what's happening here. Okay, so here input data, we have three. Okay, so let's note down, like we have three rows. Okay, so three records. Okay, and then here we have four records. Okay, so reason like I'm mentioning here, like you'll get to know when we are seeing about null key. Okay, so first we'll see the design. Okay, so design is simple. Okay, you can't two inputs with the join, and then you'll get the output file. Okay, so here parameters. Okay, when it comes to parameters, uh, normally see here two inputs are going to join, and then we have specified. Okay, so in key there will be key parameter, and then what else? Okay, so we have the join type. Okay, and then join transform. Okay, and then what else? And then you have if you want to set a foreign key, like you will have override key. Okay, so now like we have both fields as data. Okay, so we don't have to go for the override key. Okay, so this one is not needed. So here we'll specify the key. Okay, so for this use case, for the first use case with the key, first we'll see with the key. Okay, so with key what happens? Okay, so join type is inner. Okay, so inner joins. So we'll see about other joins and other videos. Okay, so first let's look at this simple use case. Okay, so with the one. Okay, so here I will specifying the field. Okay, so we have a data field. Okay, so I'm just like naming this DM as data. So we mention as data key, and then the transform. Okay, so transform you can you can mention the data. Okay, so you can mention in the data. Okay, whatever, or you can use priority as well. Okay, so if you go for priority, whatever, your output will be same. Okay, so for example, I'm using this one. Okay, okay, so you can fill this. Okay, you can fill this and you can check yourself in the join. Okay, so these are the necessary parameters. We have join with the key, and then inner type. Okay, so inner join. So if you give inner join, we won't be getting record required. Okay, so I will come to this topic later. Okay, in another video. Okay, so we have some other joins, right? We have left join, we have right join. Okay, so we have full outer join. Okay, so I'll come to that topic later. For now, on basis on we don't need a override key. Okay, no need for now. Okay, so all these parameters are highly important. Okay, see, we have a specific question from EY. Okay, so from EY asking about override key, surrogate key, and then foreign key. Okay, so you must know about these things. Okay, if you are good at SQL, I think you might know about all these keys. Okay, so yeah, so we will we'll see. Okay, we'll quickly see what will be the output. Okay, so these are configurations. So there is no coding involved. Okay, so mainly configurations, and then we'll look at what is there. Okay, we'll have a file watcher here. Okay, so add a file watcher here, or you can open this output file. Okay, so what will be the output for this use case? Okay, for the with the key. Okay, so here with the key. Okay, so with the key you'll be getting the matching records. Okay, so here first mark down what are the matching records. Okay, so first these two. Okay, so these are matching records. Okay, So you will get, the record. See, if you consider this as a driving, okay, let's see, sorry, input 2, okay, input 1, input 2 data, not output data, okay. So we have two inputs here. So driving port, okay, driving input, this one, okay, so this one is matching with these two, records, okay. So you'll be getting 1 1 1 1, okay, and then what else, what is the matching, what else, okay, we are getting null, okay. So no null records are no will matching. So 2 and 3, definitely don't match, okay. So null, okay. So this is the output, with the key, okay. So I'll be specifying with the key, okay. So now what happens without key, okay. So with the null key, let's say null key, okay, null key, okay. So I'll specify here, okay. Yeah. So here, what will happen? Okay. So what type of, see, the logic behind this is, the matching records will be, retrieved. Okay. So matching records retrieved. Okay. So for this, what happens? Okay. So for this, no, it will go into, okay. So we have to, it will the, the join system, it will go into, cross product. Okay. Let's say cross join, okay, or you can call it as Cartesian join, okay. Cartesian join, okay. Okay, basically, if you have, driving input, okay, as two records, and then other input, okay, other input, let's say, other input as three record, you will be getting, okay, two, cross three, okay. So totally six records, okay. So this total six records will be the output, okay. So for this use case, okay, so coming back to our use case, we have three input, okay, three records, and then four records here, okay. So 3 cross 4, okay. So no output, okay. So three records, okay, no, and then four records, okay. So you'll be getting 12 records, okay. So that, when a recruiter asks you like how many records, if you have to be specific, that you will be getting 12 records, okay. So that's, that's one kind of answer. And what are the records, okay. So now the records will be, see, each driving input, okay, each driving input, that will, match. So that will be, you know for example, you have a driving input, okay, 1 2 1 null, okay, and then you have other input, okay. So you have a second input, which is, 3 null 1, okay. Let me just, yeah, okay. So this one, so what happens here, this two will, will just, it will cross product, okay. So two will occur, four times here, okay. So let's say your output, okay, according to Cartesian join, your output will be 2, and then, again 2 2. So 2, like, it will be multiplied with 4 times, okay, since we have 4 records here, okay. So this again 1, so 1 will be, so when it comes to, see, 2 is okay. So 1, and then, 1, okay, 1 1, okay. Since we have no key, right, so since we have no key, 2 will be occurring, okay. 2 into 4 or 4 records, okay, and then 1 into 4 records, and then null into 4 records, okay. So you'll be getting null, okay. So null, okay. So this will occur 4 times, okay. So 4 times, okay. So you'll be getting, totally 12 records here, okay. So that will be your, your flow, data flow, okay. So data flow for, for join with null key, okay. So with, with key, you'll be getting the matching records, okay. So you have to remember that, you have to, like, see, you have to remember that when your recruiter asks you what type of join, what will happen, you have to specify these, criteria, okay. So what will happen to the, output, okay. So this one, okay. So that's like, see, there are like a lot of use cases around join, okay. So join is like a very important component, okay, like lookup, okay. So see, join, okay, lookup, okay. So and then partitions, So okay, so we will enter into these areas. Okay, coming days we will enter into these components, because like see, these components are highly important. Okay, so when you are 4 plus or 6 plus, okay, you will be getting lot of questions around these areas. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, and later we'll go to contact IT. Okay, and then metadata. Okay, meta programming. Okay, and then PDL, and then continuous flows. Okay, first we'll cover, we'll see, we have completed basics thing. Okay, I think persons, see, person who are looking for apprenticeship interview, like they can go through our all playlist. They can complete reformat, roll up, normalize. Okay, so scan. Okay, so we have done like more questions around that. Okay, so like if you haven't browsed through that playlist, like please go through that, to understand all the concepts. Okay, so before going to the interview, like brush up the concepts. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's it for today. Like I'll bring more uses. Okay, so there are different joins here and different type of combinations we can do based on join. Okay, so I'll just bring it up. Okay, so in the next video. Okay, so until then, tata, bye bye.